going on, casual casters? So I went to a Walmart and I found an Ozark Trail baitcaster. Bam. Now, you don't hear a lot of excitement in my voice, and as you can see, this is still in the package, but I went out and got this 2 days ago, and I've since watched a few videos, not realizing how many people have already made videos on this. And there's a couple consistent themes that I've noticed watching all those videos, right? Whether they're small YouTubers that are just starting, or whether they're the bigger YouTubers like Lojo, Fishing with Norm, all those guys. They're all breaking. So it's one of two things: you're either making this loud shrieking noise, or the drag button is getting stuck down. And then in Lojo's case, the gear is kind of bound up on him and literally made the thing explode. That's an exaggeration, but it started cracking apart in his hands. So I mean, maybe they're flukes. We're gonna see, but this is it. Let's open it up. Let's find out. Alright, well, that was the quickest and easiest unboxing out of a hard shell pack like that ever. Almost fell right out. I mean, it didn't look bad, but it's definitely a matte finish, and my matte finish is kind of bubbling off a little bit, if you can see that right there. Sounds and feels smooth. Clickable drag, not clickable spool tension, but I mean, for $30, I left that out. This is $29.99. So why would I consider this? It's because I do some traveling, and if I went traveling somewhere and I forgot to bring a fishing pole, or just didn't want to bring a fishing pole, I want to see if I can pick up a $30 baitcaster and be, I don't want to say thrilled with it, but at least have a good weekend of fishing with it. So I picked this up fairly optimistic that was going to be the case. And like I said, I've watched some videos, and I don't think that's going to be the case after watching those videos. But, oh wow, it's literally already not as smooth after I've engaged the drag a couple times. Anyway, let's go. Let's spool this guy up. I'm going to put braid on it, but before you put braid on, you always want to back it with like a monofilament or tape it down. And I know some people who do both. Honestly, that's perfectly fine. If I had electrical tape on me right now, I probably would do both. So what I'm doing right here is I'm tying on my leader. It's a double uni knot, going braid to mono. So I've already tied the uni knot to one end, and now I'm tying it to the other. A little bit more slack there. So I do about 5 times around with the mono, and about 7 times around with the braid. On each uni knot anyway, so 5 on the uni knot with the tag end being the mono, and 7 on the uni knot end with the tag end being the braid. And 7. Pull it nice and snug with the line. Alright, give like ends a tight tug, then main line together. Alright, now what I need to do is find some scissors, because I've got some a really dull blade here that's not doing the trick. Let's see if it does now. Oh, there we go. Found the sharp end. I don't recommend trying to cut your knot in your tag ends the way I'm doing it right now. Find a pair of scissors. Alright. So, that is our double uni knot right there. Finished putting our line on. But now we're ready to go ahead and put our braid to leader. Alright, so we have our baitcaster, Ozark Trail, all spooled up with some 40-pound braid. We backed it with mono. So why do you put the first 10 yards or so with monofilament if you're going to put braid on your line? It's because braid will slip when you go to set that hook, and when the line gets fully saturated, it just acts a little different, and when you just tie it onto the spool itself, you're going to go to set that hook, or the fish is going to be fighting back and you're going to be reeling, and it's going to be slipping on you one day. And it's not going to be the first time you do it necessarily, but a few times down the road after you've tied that spool on with straight braid right to the spool, it's going to fail on you. So you either electrical tape the tag ends down after you tied it, or you go ahead and tie some mono on the first 10 yards or so, and then you go ahead and tie that braid on, and it gives that braid something to bite into, so it's not going to slip. So Ozark Trail, 40-pound braid. Now, why did I put it on this $20 Shakespeare excursion pole? Well, because this is a rod that you're probably going to go buy. It's Walmart's cheapest bait casting rod. It's $20. It's paired with a $30 so $19.99 rod, $29.99 reel. It's about a $50 setup, so $49.98, right? So I did another review a couple videos ago, Walmart's most expensive combo. I haven't done a fishing video with that, which that was the Proficiency rod and the Abu Garcia Revo X. Not Revo X, sorry, Revo Garcia Max, Max Pro Max, whichever one is the new version. I think it's the Max Pro is what it's called. And that is a $155 combo. This is a $49.98 combo. We will fish the two side by side and see what we think, assuming this guy stays intact, because again, go ahead and look up the other videos after you've seen this from me, but they fall apart is what I've seen. So I was optimistic when I bought it. I'm not so optimistic now, but maybe I got a diamond in the rough. We'll have to wait and see here, because if this does work for 50 bucks, it's not a bad combo, right? But we'll see. Alright guys, thanks.